Good morning, everyone. It's good to be back on the couch. You know, it occurred to me that I've been using like these little funny mugs and everything that I've had for my tea. It occurred to me, I never used my original. I actually had two of these. Bub smashed one. But I still got my old Captain Picard mug. And what's in it? Tea. Earl Grey. Hot. What? Want some tea? Is that what you want? Gimme. No, he hates the stuff. He'll go running if I offer it. Want some? There you go. Where are you going? See? I have never known a cat to not like something sweet. But anyway. Sorry. You know what? I think it's going to be a pretty exciting day. I mean, personally, I'm off of work. I'm going to one of my favorite Mexican restaurants. One of my absolute favorites. Favorite place to eat. And I don't know, just woke up feeling great. Woke up feeling pretty alive. Why don't we see what today holds? Shall we? I think so. Let's do this, baby. Let's do it, baby. I'm going to remove this little bitty chunk of amethyst here. We're going to go to our guide. Who is our guide for today? We feeling a little directionless or feeling like, you know what I'm getting from this card? Not all who wander are lost. Are we wandering? I think we are. I think we've been kind of like, just kind of floundering through the weekend, and maybe we're a little lost. Did we lose a little something that mattered? Something a little important to us? That's what I'm kind of getting from this. Now we need to find our direction. Because on a Monday, on a day of the moon like today, direction is supremely important, letting us know exactly where we're going, where we're headed, and why, and who in nature will embody that for us today. The good old hummingbird. So, simply put, if you want to know where you're going, you got to know where you are. Got to know where you stand. You have to know exactly which direction you're facing. And in order to do that, you do have to be here in the moment right now. So I think today we're looking at we're looking at finding our direction, but being aware that here, being in this moment right now, is all that really matters, because you're not even guaranteed the next. How's that for perspective? You're not guaranteed tomorrow, you're not guaranteed the next day, you're not guaranteed the next week, you're not guaranteed the next month, the next year. That's what 43 years on this planet has taught me. So, it's really, really super important that whatever you have right now, make good of your resources. You know, keep your eyes up always. Alright, here we go. Let's do this bastard. So how can we be here right now? So, I'm going to do something just a little bit different. I'm going to show where we are, which direction we're looking, and whether or not we should pursue that. Starting with the old standby, the old Rider-Waite. Hey, it might be old, but it's still pretty doggone good. You know what? Let me do this. I'm not actually going to be on the couch today. I'm going to be right here with you. So, let's do this, shall we? So, all this bending, kind of works over the back end. This morning I woke up, snap, crackle, and pop were sounding, but they were not the sound of Rice Krispies. Alright, here we go. So, where are we right now? We're in a 9 of coins, or a 9 of pentacles. I mean, look at this. This is, whoops. Yeah, that will stay in. It's raw and uncut, people. So, from right here, we're looking at abundance. We are looking at contentment here. I mean, look at her. She looks like nothing. Could it be better? Sure, but it could also be a lot worse. And we're counting our blessings there. Which direction we're facing right now, though? We're facing this sort of 6 of Swords, so we're looking at a bit of transition in thought. We are moving forward, but it's a little gloomy, isn't it? We're kind of wondering when that other shoe will drop. Is that what it looks like? And it doesn't look like a journey. It doesn't look like a journey that's very comfortable, right? But at the end of it all, we got that King of Swords, complete and total mastery over our thoughts. Sometimes contentment can actually be dare I say it, double-edged sword. Contentment, comfort. We tend to stay with what we think is good because we've been there for a while. Like Dante in Clerks. Dante can't picture anything outside of the convenience store in which he works, even though, number one, he's not supposed to be there that day. Number two, the hockey game lasted for one ball until an unruly customer kicked it off the roof and into a gutter. And it seemed to him like his life was falling apart. And he didn't want to move because he was comfortable. It's what he knew. I'm seeing that contentment in what we know. And though this transition may be a little painful, I'm seeing that just uncomfortable. We eventually arrive to kind of bossing up there, making it look good, we'll have that story to tell, right? That story of, hey, we were actually pretty comfortable in our own garden, but then we realized we can't stay there forever. We have to get out. We have to talk to others. We have to teach them. We have to impart our knowledge, what we learned. And I think that's what's most important is, let me tell you what I'm seeing here. Everybody wants to know how you did that. You're going to have to take people on that journey too. And by the time it's done, you will be the person they seek out. That's a pretty interesting message to come across from just those 3 scenes there. So I wonder what the rest of this is going to look like. Let me tell you something. Sometimes teaching can be uncomfortable, but it's always worth it. So, going with our Starseed Tarot today. Oracles. Yep, even today I can screw up. So anyway, here you go. Already lifting the veil, showing others. Sometimes it's what you teach others that can be kind of painful, because sometimes people aren't ready to learn it, but sometimes they need to, and today is one of those days. Here we go. all paths lead home. So trust your intuition, because essentially that's exactly what you're going to be doing. You're going to be lifting the veil, directing all those others home, teaching them. But you really do have to turn your gaze inward, because while you're teaching them something logical, while you're imparting this knowledge from your wealth of it, guess what? You also have to trust your heart too. It's going to be a wicked balance between the two of them. And then remember to take it nice and slow. Some people don't learn very quickly. It takes a little time for those concepts to gel. I recommend the book Limitless by Jim Quick. I am currently listening to it, and I have learned a lot from it, from what I've heard so far. One of the tips that he gives, and that I'm seeing it here, is 25 minutes of intense learning, 5-minute break, come back to it, 5-minute break, come back to it. Rinse, repeat. 25 on, 5 off. 25 on, 5 off. Try not to cram everything into like a couple of hours there. So you really do have to kind of take the pulse of the, it says pulse of the mother of the planet, slow down and take some time in nature. So really, this is where you kind of need that quiet spot. And I'm definitely seeing time out in nature. So get out there today if you can. Even if it's for just a little walk during your break at work, if you have to. If you're working from home, take a little time, just go outside. Lay in the grass for a few minutes. See what happens. Bet you come back feeling even better. Alright, so gonna round this thing off with the runes and get the hell up out of here. Here we go. We have, what secrets does Vigvasir impart upon us today? Dagas. We have a protective rune there. We've got Wunyo. Oh my goodness. Definitely pointing at that King of Swords. And then we have Barkano, which is healing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm talking about. I told you I was excited about this Monday for a reason, and here it is. Now, Wunyo we all know and love. That is that's our victory. And of course with Dagas is that it's a protective rune as well, but it also speaks of balance. And you can kind of tell that from the way it's set up, like two triangles just kind of tip to tip there. And it does indicate that happiness is coming. We do have that Wunyo, which pretty much solidifies that. And from there, we can begin to heal. And what I really love about Wunyo is that one of the pieces of black tourmaline that I use to form the protective barrier here, which I will show you. I actually got this stone this way. What you so anxious about, huh, buddy? What's the matter? You want to eat early, don't you? It's only 10. You still got an hour. You still got an hour, Chubby. Come here. Come here. But anyway. So, how about we sum up a little bit? So, from your own wealth of knowledge, I think today you're being called to teach. Now that involves being in the moment. It involves being there with your student, your pupil, whatever that is. Whatever this looks like to you today, you're going to be in sort of a mentor role. It may not be the most comfortable thing for you because there is a chance you've never done it before. But you're going to have to step out of that comfort zone, because in teaching, you also learn what you thought you knew completely and totally. Well, It's going to be showing you a lot of truth. Now, today, it doesn't necessarily mean you're training someone at work. It means that you may be coaching someone through a life-changing, an awakening. That's right, you may be coaching someone through an awakening today. And awakenings, as we know, can be a little messy, but they can also be very wonderful. Oh, stop it. Can't you see I'm working here? And you're just going to do this now? I cannot believe I'm being heckled by my cat. Mr. Bub is actively heckling me. It's messed up. Anyway, in your teaching, remember, trust your own judgment, trust your gut. You do know this subject. You do know this topic. You do know that thing. But you are also learning as you go with your pupil, your Padawan, if you will. See, that was the downfall of the Jedi. When they were named Master, they stopped learning. And that's why they failed. That's why they failed to keep Anakin. They didn't trust him. They thought they knew everything. And there we go. So also have trust in your pupil. And really take the reading of the room here. Take the reading of your student. Know and listen. Take that pulse, because I guarantee you, as you take that person under your wing, they will know whether or not they should trust you. And if you're taking them at their pace, if you're kind of mixing it up, a little give and take, balance there, balance from that Dagaz rune, you're going to find that Wunyo is there. And if there's anything that was painful in the process from you learning as well, that will be what brings on the healing. This is your practice. This is your direction. Just remember, always be here now. Personally, I love teaching others what I know, because it's so much fun. It's like imparting a superpower onto someone. And it always puts a smile on my face. You know why? Because it lights me up from inside. And it should light you up too. Do this thing. Light yourself up. I thank every one of you for being here today. I truly appreciate every single one of you who've shown up. By the way, I did have some people that took advantage of the Amazon wish list and have sent me some things, very, very beautiful things, by the way. Did get a new tarot deck that makes three new decks I've got to learn here. Couple of books, and let me tell you, I was like so happy when I saw these things. They were absolutely awesome. So I'm going to give public shout outs to those people right now, to Lauren and Ashley. Thank you so very much. Love you both. And to all of you, as I'm always so fond of saying, even on a Monday like today, ladies and gentlemen, shine on.